Good morning and welcome to Global News. My name is Success Akpan. Breaking news. Bovino removed from his role as U.S. Border Patrol Commander at large. Governor Shapiro calls on Trump admin to end its immigration enforcement operation in Minneapolis. Now in details. The United States. Gregory Bovino has been removed from his role as the Commander-at-Large for the U.S. Border Patrol and will return to his former job in California, where he is expected to retire soon. The Atlantic reported on Monday, citing a Homeland Security official and two people with knowledge of the change: the U.S. DHS, Customs and Border Protection. And the White House did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Earlier on Monday, President Donald Trump and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz each struck a conciliatory tone after a private phone call about immigration enforcement, a sign the two sides were seeking. A way to end their standoff over a deportation drive that has claimed the lives of two.
Gas, no. We stopped to get gas.
Other than that, what are you doing today?
Title 8 immigration enforcement.
And how's it going so far?
Fantastic. It's doing good. A lot of good arrests today.
Gregory, get some thumbs ups, or is it all just people kind of angry and frustrated? What do you have?
Absolutely. Quite a bit of thumbs up. We always do. So, definitely more paparazzi here. Our Title 8 immigration mission continues.
U.S. citizens in Minneapolis. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro urged the Trump administration to end a federal immigration enforcement. Governor Shapiro calls on Trump admin to end its immigration enforcement operation in Minneapolis. Operation in Minneapolis after the killing of Alex Preddy by federal agents, saying it has eroded trust between law enforcement and the community and made people less safe. He called for an independent, Minnesota-led investigation into the deaths of Preddy and Renee Good, while some Republicans also seek a full probe amid questions about officials' accounts. Shapiro criticized the operation as unconstitutional and harmful, though Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem defended agents' actions, claiming Preddy pre-posed a threat. FBI Director Kash Patel stressed that bringing loaded firearms to protest is illegal, and Shapiro backed funding the rest of the government, while pushing reforms to DHS rather than risking a shutdown.
Beginning of perhaps a change here. Take a listen to what he told me.
Are you hoping by him leaving there is some de-escalation?
I hope that's what this means. Yeah, absolutely. Nobody in law enforcement is saying federal law enforcement should not be enforcing federal law. That's ridiculous, right? But I don't think it's unreasonable to think that federal law enforcement should operate the same standards and professionalism that the rest of law enforcement in the state does.
And Chief O'Hara also told me, when he looks at the video of Bovino and the caravans that he's driving around in, these large caravans and what look like really militarized teams, he said that would escalate situations. Bovino would go to gas stations claiming that he needed to use the bathroom, or he would go to a Target, and the observers here, much like what Alex was when he was killed. So by Bovino leaving, certainly the chief feels that, what he described, sort of the tactics that they were using were sort of like things you would see law enforcement doing 30 years ago. And he said it's just not acceptable because law enforcement has come so far to work with this community to make things better, and he's hoping that now perhaps this could be the start of something. We'll see, Caitlin, how things go here.
Yeah, Mayor Fry and Tom Homan goes tomorrow. Shimon Prokupecz, as always, grateful to have you there out in the cold for us and reporting live on the ground. My next source here tonight used to actually hold occupied by Secretary Kristi Noem. Jay Johnson was the Secretary of Homeland Security under President Obama and joins me now. And thank you, sir, for being here. Because I just first want to know, given the gravity of that position, which you obviously know well from serving in it, I wonder what went through your mind when you heard what Secretary Noem was saying over the weekend, in addition to Stephen Miller and Greg Bovino, almost immediately after Alex Preddy had been killed.
Caitlin, a lot of things. First, Americans tonight have to wonder what has happened to the department of our government that was created in 2003 after 9/11 to protect Americans from acts of terrorism in this country. And I look at the videos of the shooting of Alex Preddy and the shooting of Renee Good. Videos don't always capture the entirety of what's going on in a situation, but I look at these videos of the force that I once led, and I see, frankly, an ill-trained, hot-tempered, undisciplined force that has lost its way and has lost sight of its core mission of immigration enforcement. To civilians, to citizens in Minneapolis, St. Paul, this must feel like an occupying force of some sort, except it's their own government. I'm pleased that the president is sending Tom Homan to Minneapolis. Tom Homan used to work for me. He is very definitely pro-enforcement, but he's a career law enforcement officer. He was a police officer in upstate New York before he went into immigration enforcement. And my belief, my expectation, and my hope is that Tom will be able to calm things down with the local government there, and we'll see a cessation of hostilities, and hopefully the thousands of DHS personnel who are in Minneapolis right now, for reasons I don't fully understand, will withdraw from the situation and go back to their core mission in other parts of the government. Let's not forget, by the way, that Greg Bovino, who we talk so much about, is a Border Patrol official. The border is, Texas, it's north of Minneapolis. Border Patrol agents are not well trained to do law enforcement in the inner cities of Minneapolis and Chicago and other places like that. So I hope we've seen a turning point from a very dangerous situation.
Yeah, and when he's on the show, he got an award for his distinguished service when he was working under you as a secretary and under in the Obama administration. But Tom Homan going in there, given what has happened on the ground already in Minneapolis, it's clear the officials there still want all of the federal agents to leave. Do you think that people can trust the word that is coming from the Department of Homeland Security, given obviously what Kristi Noem said over the weekend doesn't match up with what everyone could see themselves in those videos?
Right, and you don't need to be a law enforcement expert to look at those videos and see what happened to both Renee Good.
Thank you for watching. Please like and share for others to benefit. Bye for now.